You guys are gonna hate me for this one, but here we go. Facts. I am unvaccinated, which means that I have never received any kind of vaccine, unwillingly or voluntarily. None of my childhood vaccines, none of my booster shots, none of COVID vaccines, no flu vaccines, absolutely none. Not to mention, my mother is an anti-vaxxer, so although she was vaccinated, she did not get any adult vaccinations, and it was her decision and my dad's decision to choose to not vaccinate myself and my sister. So long story short, I've been part of this community for 31 years. You can't bully me out of it. You can probably offend me and hurt my feelings, and I likely won't respond to really negative comments like that, but if you're interested in my experience, I'm about to share it with you. Facts. I have never had any illness or disease that we use vaccinations to prevent. Facts. I have never passed or spread any of the illnesses or diseases that we are vaccinated against. Facts. When I do get a cold or a flu, seasonally as most of us do, it's generally a little bit of respiratory symptoms, maybe some tiredness because I have other conditions that make that happen. But I'm not out. I'm able to go to work. I don't get other people sick. And I know this because I'm usually the last one to get sick and then nobody else gets sick after. Bonus facts, I have a career in childcare. So if anything, I would be exposed to these pathogens and particles on a regular basis. And again, the fact that I've never been sick with any of the things that we get vaccinated for and never passed anything that I've had cold or flu-wise onto any of the children that I was caring for shows me that at least for myself, not vaccinating strengthened my immunity as opposed to weakening it. And don't tell me that getting vaccinations doesn't weaken your immune system. It may somehow protect you from this virus along the way, but it's obviously not the only way to protect yourself from those viruses. And my mother was a former medical office assistant. She used to take care of the babies that had just been vaccinated. It was her job, after the doctor had given them the shot and walked out of the office, to care for them and watch them. And they always had problems. They were crying, they were coming back with different conditions and symptoms that they tell you are typical of these vaccinations, but that doesn't make them okay. So, I'm not saying don't get vaccinated. Hear me clearly. I'm not saying stop vaccinating yourself or stop vaccinating your children, even though I won't be vaccinating mine. But I am inviting you to consider the perspective that perhaps that it's not quite as dangerous to not get vaccinated as we think it might be.